Hi guys, what's good? Are you popping? Are you good? Are you fine? Are you doing great? Because I am popping and I'm doing great, okay? Today's video is going to be a story time video. Long time no story time. Come on, long time no story time. Come on, long time no story time. Yes, you guys, it's been a while since I did a story time video, and that's because the stories don't finish. I'm just one person. Like, all the stories of my life that are interesting, well, the ones that I can share, because trust me, I have a lot of juicy, in fact, very, very juicy story time stories of my life that I cannot share because this is social media. We're telling it to the whole wide world, okay? So the ones that I can share are basically limited. They've almost finished. But recently, I just remembered this story and I was just like, how come I've not shared this story on this channel? Like I'm surprised that sometimes I don't even remember that often, but it was a story that really shook me, you know. Yeah, so yeah, grab your snacks, your popcorn, your coffee, your drinks, your whatever you want to use and entertain yourself. Just grab it and come and listen to how I encountered Yahoo boys who were also ritualists. Like, for real, for real. This is actually a very long story, and you guys know that I'm a champion of telling long stories, right? So yeah, it all began in the year 2011 and I was in final year, okay? I was in 400 level and I was writing my project. So you guys know that in final year in Nigeria, but I think it's in most schools, but yeah, in Nigeria, at least the one I know, in final year you are expected to write a project which, you know, they will mark and it will add to your score and determine whether you graduate or not, you know. So yeah, I was writing my project that year. Fun fact, my project was actually on feminism, right? I'm going to do a video about why I say I'm not a feminist. Anyway, my project was actually on feminism, and I actually studied and, you know, analyzed literature, but my focus was more on Chimamanda's books. Yeah, I love Chimamanda a lot. Like, I love her writing. She's like the Chinua Achebe of our time, okay? To me, argue with your ancestors. You know, so I worked on my project. I was reading 3 of her books, and I also, you know, did a lot. And the school I went to, someone else cannot write your project. I've come in contact with many graduates who said they didn't write their project themselves. I'm just like, how? Like, your project is basically supposed to be like an expression of all you've learned in your 4 or 5 years of school. Basically, it's basically like a real life, I don't know, it's basically like an expression of all you've learned in your school, basically. Anyway, so it usually shocks me when I hear people say they didn't write their project themselves and they still graduated. I'm like, okay, well, na Naija we dey sha. But anyway, I did my project myself. You know, I was going to see my supervisor multiple times, you know, writing this, changing that. I did a lot. Anyway, so for my project, I had a laptop, I had a flash drive, and I also had a hard drive. So what I was doing was I was backing up my project on my hard drive, all my books, all my articles, everything, the write-up, everything was on my hard drive and also on my laptop and also on my flash drive, because I used to take my flash drive. Like, if I'm going out, I don't carry my hard drive. I just go with my flash drive and do what I have to do, you know, stuff like that. So I had these 3 things, and then in my final year I was staying outside school campus. I was staying in a private hostel, you know, very close to my school. Shout out to Agbowo. Yes, Agbowo. Agbowo is the town where my school is, and it was just, so Agbowo, no, is it the town? Well, Agbowo is just like, okay, so my school was in Ibadan, right? And Agbowo is the area where my school was, or the area opposite where my school. Anyway, I was staying in Agbowo and I had a hostel. I was staying in a private hostel that was close to school. So yeah, I really enjoyed that, my final year, living alone in my private hostel. Like, I felt so, I didn't have a roommate. Like, I really enjoyed it, because personally I don't even like roommates. So I enjoyed my final year, okay? That's by the way. So the hostel I was staying in, they had rooms. Then the first floor, they share toilet and baths, okay? So they had like 3 toilets and 3 baths. Yeah, for 6 rooms or something like that. Yes. It was 3 toilets and 3 baths for 6 rooms. So me and my neighbor shared one toilet and one bath, so we had a key to the toilet and everything. Anyway, so one morning I woke up from sleep. I had so many things to do that day because me, when I was living alone there, you guys, my room was always very neat. I was always very prim and proper. Like, I'll wake up in the morning, I'll bring out my paper and my pen and write out what I have to do for that day, you know, arrange my room, clear everything, pack all my bags and everything, then go and have my bath, and then when I come back, dress up, carry my bag, and I'm out. Okay, that was how I was functioning that time. And yeah, so that morning I woke up, did my usual thing, you know, went to have my bath. Now, listen to the Holy Spirit, listen to the Holy Spirit. You will not listen. That morning, normally, when I'm leaving my room, I used to lock my room door. Sometimes, it's not all the time, sometimes, because that place was relatively safe, relatively. It's not like we had any security or anything, but it wasn't a place that, you know, bad things used to occur. So most times I used to lock my room door when I'm going to have my bath, when I'm going to the kitchen or whatever. But that day, sometimes I don't lock it, okay? So that fateful day, when I was, you know, getting ready to go and have my bath, as I was leaving my room, I remembered something the Holy Spirit told me, lock your room door, okay? So I locked my room door, I went, I had my bath, I came back. Then I now remember that I had plates in the kitchen to wash. And I was like, I can't leave my plates there and go out, so let me go and wash the plates in the kitchen quickly and then get going. So that was how I, you know, went to the kitchen to go and wash my plates, and I did not lock my door, okay? I didn't lock my door. So I went to the kitchen. I didn't take up to 10 minutes in the kitchen because I didn't have much to wash. I wasn't a cooker. I wasn't someone that I like to cook. It was just, I think, frying pan I used to fry egg and the plate I used to make oat or something. So it wasn't even much. I entered the kitchen, washed them sharp, and came out. And then I entered my room to drop my plate and my, you know, frying pan. And then my eyes went to my table and I couldn't find my laptop, my hard drive, and my flash drive. They were all on the table, and my phone. Now, you guys know how when something tragic happens to you, sometimes your brain will take a few seconds to boot, you know, or a few minutes to boot. Like, I was looking at my table and I was just like, is it that I've packed everything inside my bag or what? Like, I knew that I left those things on the table that day. So I said, no, nah. And I checked my bags, checked everywhere. I said, wait, okay. I had a friend that used to, you know, come and squat with me sometimes that period, you know. She used to come stay with me. Sometimes she would come in and read in the night in my room. She would stay all night reading in my room. So something just told me, call her and ask her. Maybe she took your laptop for some reason. I don't know, because I mean, she has her own. But like, maybe she's the one that took your laptop and your phone and everything. Maybe she helped you keep it, you know. I now called her. She's not like, no, she hadn't come that day. I was like, okay, but she's on her way or so. I said, okay, don't panic. Don't panic. I now went to my neighbor's room. My neighbor was around, and I asked her that, did she help me pack anything from my room, or did she see anybody enter my room? She now said yes, that she actually saw a guy that passed holding a laptop, but like she didn't really pay attention to the guy or anything. You know how you just in your room, just someone pass the laptop. She didn't pay attention to the guy because yeah, it can be anybody's boyfriend or anybody's friend or whatever. But she actually saw a guy pass with a laptop. Hey, I said, which guy? I now called all the male friends I know, because I mean, I didn't have many male friends at that period, and I don't know any male friend that will have the boldness to just come to my room in the morning, pack my, as in, it wasn't something that was feasible, but I said, let me just call in case. Maybe it's a very, you know, prank. It's a prank. It's a prank. So I called all the friends that I knew, and all of them were like, no, this one said, I'm not around, I'm not even in Ibadan, this one, you know. And I just realized that, okay, something very serious is happening here. And I started going around asking people, did anybody see my laptop? Did you see anybody carrying? I ran downstairs immediately, went to the road. Like, I was like a madwoman that day. Because I remember I used to wear one nonsense skirt like this and one top, like just something I wear before I change, or, you know, if I'm doing chores around the room. All this nonsense clothes, sha. I did not care. I went outside with my nonsense clothes. I was not asking people, did anybody see anybody with a laptop? Someone else said, yes, I saw one guy with a laptop. The guy just passed, but nobody paid attention. Like, nobody paid attention to his face. Nobody could describe him, what he was wearing. They just know that they know somebody passed with a laptop. So, you guys, I was so heartbroken. You know why? I had written chapter 1 to 4 already. What was left was, I was already working on chapter 5. I had already almost finished my project. The guy took my laptop, took my flash drive, and took my hard drive. So no backup anywhere whatsoever. I mean, it's not that I know about using email and, you know, Google Drive and all that, but then I don't think it was there. I don't think I even knew about it then. Anyway, so There was no backup whatsoever. My phones, I had 2 phones. Yes, my 2 phones were gone. Like, this one wasn't even a case of, oh, I lost my phone, no, what was on my mind was my project. God, my project. Like, do you know how hard it is to start a project all over again? Like, all the corrections you have met your supervisor several times, they've corrected this, they told you do this, do that, all the things that you have done, and then poof, just like that, thin air, you can't find anything again. Hey, I say, God, why? God, help me. I beg, I be your pikin, I be your child. You know, I was really, really devastated, but I said no. I was still keeping up hope that no, I'll find it. No, I was just woken up now like like a zombie or something, because I don't know what I was expecting. Was I expecting that the guy will hold the laptop and then be hanging around the corner? Because I was searching for the guy literally on the road in Agbowo. I was searching for the guy that I don't even know how he looks. All I know that I was searching for the guy. Anyway, people now came out, telling me sorry, telling me don't worry, we'll help you find it, don't worry, we'll find it. People started making calls. Next thing, there was this guy that came and told me that, I think my friend's friend or something like that, one guy like that, and now came and told me that he knows, he wasn't a student or anything, all these area boys of sorts. Not area boy, he lives in the area, but it's an area boy, it's an area boy. He now said that, he knows that he will try and ask questions, and most times they know people who do such things around that area. He will try and ask questions and see if he can get my laptop for me, but that in the evening we should come and he will take me to where they usually hang out, like a beer parlor where guys usually hang out. Then I'll come there and see if I can identify the person. Okay, that my neighbor, that's how the guy said that she should come so that she will see whether she can identify the person. So me, my neighbor, and my friend, that's my friend that usually squats with me, we now said, okay, we'll go there in the evening. Now that I am older and wiser, thinking back, that was a very stupid thing to do. Very, very extremely stupid. Like, why? So if you identify the guy and say, now you steal my laptop, the guy will now say, oh, sorry, let me go and bring a laptop for you. Or what were we expecting, you know? So it was a very stupid thing to do, but at that time we weren't thinking straight. I wasn't thinking straight anyway, and I think we're just all naive, you know. So that evening we met up with the guy. The guy now took us to that place, one dark, you know, very yucky place like this. It's a bar, but yeah, like, as in you're not supposed to catch people like me in such places, okay? Yes. So you're not supposed to catch people like me in such places, but I went there because I was desperate. Not even for my laptop or anything, no, just I wanted my project. Just give me my hard drive. You can take the rest, but just give me my hard drive, you know. So we went there with my friend. We're now going around. We're trying to code it. We'll go to different tables, look around there, just if we're just looking for someone, then pass and go. You know, someone now came to meet us and said, this thing you are doing, like, trust me, you don't want to be caught doing what you are doing. You guys should just go. There's no point. You can't arrest anybody. You don't even know who the person is, and it's even dark. It was at night, so it doesn't make sense what people are doing. We're like, it's true, actually it's true. Let's just leave that place. Because, and I noticed that even as we came, because of how we stood out, you know, they were actually looking at us in a certain way. Like, they were like, who are these ones? Where are they from? What are they looking for? You know, so we left the area. Now, the guy that was that area boy now told us that, see, if we want, see, every day of our lives, at least most people's lives, we usually make a conscious choice to say, I'm a child of God, I can't do that. I'm a child of God, I can't do this. I'm a child of God, I can't do that, okay? That's the normal thing for most of us who are children of God. I'm not saying you're not a child of God, I'm just saying, those of us who are Christians, who are children of God, we make that conscious decision every day that I can't do this because I'm a child of God, okay? But there are very few times that I have, you know, emphatically and, you know, strongly asserted that I am a child of God, I cannot stand for this, okay? There are very few times it has happened in my life, and this one was one of them. Let me continue. Okay, I forgot to tell you guys that when my laptop was missing, when, you know, I couldn't find it anymore and I came back to my room, I actually saw the footprint of the person that stole my laptop. The person entered with a dirty shoe, okay, so, and I had a very light blue rug, very nice rug. Like, I love that rug so much. I used to clean that rug a lot, you know, light blue rug. So the guy walked in with a dirty shoe, so his shoe print showed how he walked to my table, grabbed my things, walked to my bedside, walked to my wardrobe. I think he couldn't find much, or maybe he saw other things I didn't take note of. But he walked to my wardrobe, so his footprint was there. Then I think he stood for a while or paced around near my freezer, near my fridge, and where my box is or something. Maybe he was touching my box. I don't know what happened, but I know that his footprint was much around that area, so the sand was there. So they told me not to sweep it, okay? They told me not to sweep it, I should just leave it first. Now, I don't know that I was thinking it was for forensics, you know, let them come and take a shoe print and, you know, go and do some forensic, you know, detective work on it. You know, I don't know what I was thinking. But in the evening, yeah, so that evening, this guy I was telling you about now, you know, told me that, see, if I really want to catch the person, that I should go and scoop some of the sand from the guy's feet and give to him. Then he'll go and meet somebody, and then we'll pay the person money, and then the person will tell us exactly who, you know, whose footprints that was, okay? So basically, we should go and do devil forensics. We should go and do divination forensics. We should go and meet, you know, the devil basically to come and tell me who he sent to my room, you know. So when the guy told me this thing, I said, I don't understand. As in, I should go and scoop sand from someone's feet and come and give it. So you go and do whatever juju you want to do. I didn't talk like this, so, but my mind I was like, explain. You know, the guy said, yes, so that there's this guy that, the guy even helped them to catch one person. He helped them to catch one other person. And I said, okay, yeah, I'm sorry, but I can't do this. Like, I know I'm not interested. He was like, that anyway, that's just small money, just pay small money. This guy, by tomorrow, he will tell me who did that thing. I said, no, leave him. Now, the funny part is that my friend that was with us actually was trying to convince me to do it. And she's a Christian as well, though. I'm not trying to judge her or anything, but I'm just trying to say that sometimes when something bad really happens, that's when you know how strong you are in faith, or how do I put it, how enlightened you are, you know, in Christ, if there's anything like that, you know. But yeah, how much knowledge you have about Christ and all that. Because when she's trying to convince me, I was just like, how does this even make sense to you? Like, oh, you, as in, like, you actually bought it. Because when you're saying in my mind, I was like, it's not gonna work, I can't do that, you know. So her trying to convince me, I was like, so she even thought about it, and it sounded good to her ears that this is something that we should do, you know. So I told her that I can't do this, because I'm a child of God. Like, I can't be caught trying to, you know, meet somebody to come and do juju for me. That what happened, even if it's third party, because it's not me that will go and meet the guy, but I am scooping someone's sand to go and give you to go and do. Like, I'm aware of what you want to do with it. I'm sorry, I can't do it. She's not like, oh, okay, but if you ask her that it's not something bad, I should just do it. That's why I'm not the one that is doing it directly. Anyway, yeah, so I just told her that, see, I'm a child of God, I cannot do it. Like, if you're a child of God and you're going to prophet to help you see, so when somebody dies, let's go and see who killed the person, let's go and see all those things, you are going to play with the devil. It is the devil, it is not God. If it is God, then stay in your house and pray, let him reveal the person to you. The moment that you have to go and consult somebody, pay the person money, give the person a picture, then that thing is pure evil, diabolical, okay? I don't care whatever argument you want to bring against it. It is against the scriptures. It is not scriptural for you to carry someone's picture or someone's this and go and find out who did this. That is, you are consulting divination, okay? Anyway, let me not even go into that one, okay? Yeah, so I went back to my room, lay down on my bed, and I cried my eyes out. That was when the thing really hit me that, girl, your project is gone. And mind you, this was towards the end of my final year. It wasn't like, first week or something. I'm talking about towards the end. Like, I already finished chapters 1 to 4, okay? So this was the end of my final year. I was like, where do I start from? Anyway, after I cried my eyes out that night, the next morning I said, nothing I can do about it. I need to start again. That was how I now started again. I called my parents. I told them what had happened. You know, they consoled me and they got me a new laptop. Okay, so the moment I got my new laptop, I was just like, go, start doing your project. I started from chapter 1. Thankfully, I did the project myself the first time, so it wasn't so hard to do the second time. I remembered a lot of things that I did. I could remember so many things. So I was just like pouring everything out, like just going with speed. At this point, I wasn't even trying to make a first class or anything. I was just like, let me just pass, okay? Let me just pass and come out, okay? So I just did my project like the way I could. I was just, you know, doing it and all that. This video is going to be very long. Anyway, I'm going to leave it like that. Those of you that like story time, you go watch them. If you don't like story times, you go skip them, okay? Like, I can't be telling stories and be cutting out juicy parts just because it's going to be too long. Anyway, hey. I had this chika. I'm sure people will just be like, this story, where is it up and down? Anyway, I had this chika that I met online. We're already friends, okay? How I met that guy is even quite suspect, because the guy came with one Face of Africa, one thing that he was organizing, and he wanted pretty girls to come and contest, you know, so he now contacted me, you know. Yeah, now. So I now told him that I know fit abeg, which one is face of one thing. And he now said that okay, if I know anybody that is pretty and wants to come and contest, I should just you know, tell the person. So I said okay. That was how he now gave me his number and we started talking. You know, so funny enough, after like 1 week, we left the talk about the face of Africa thing or whatever and started talking other things. So the guy became my friend, but he wanted me to be his girlfriend. I told him if you want to be your girlfriend, you have to come and see me in school first. And the guy refused. He said, let me be the one to come. Don't worry, I'll pay your flight ticket. I'll book a hotel, this and that one. I said, I'm not leaving my school to go and see someone that have not come to see me, okay? So that was how me and him were just going back and forth. We never had anything concrete, okay? But he used to call me special. That's what he used to call me. Anyway, all these details are kind of important, but he used to call me special. So one day he now called me and said, special, how are you, blah 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 blah. I said I'm fine though, because that period we didn't really talk much that period. So when he called me, I was like, my dear, so many things have been happening in my life, blah 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 blah. So after we finished talking, he now said, hey, are you the one that's asking me for money on Facebook? I said, asking you for money, like from where to where? Me. He now said anyway that he knows that I am not the one, because I have never asked him for money before, and that the moment the person asked him for money, that was when it clicked, because he was chatting with the person before, and he said he noticed that when he told the person special, the person now said yes, I am special, or something like that, or yes, it's very special, okay, something like that. Like he said, how are you, special? The person now responds something like, oh, I'm fine, oh, yes, it is very special, something like that, which did not make sense, you know, because I knew that what he used to call me then was special. So it didn't make sense for me to respond like that. But he said at that time he didn't really get it until, and now the person now asked him for money, and he was like, no, this cannot be at that. For money from where? So that when he now called me, I was like, what's happening? And I told him that remember they stole my laptop now, my phones and all that, and even though I had gotten a new laptop, I did not log on to Facebook because I was trying to finish my project, you know, as quickly as possible. So I haven't even been on Facebook. So yeah, when we figured out that something fishy was going on, this my friend now said, you know what, let him chat the person up as if all is well, and tell the person that he's going to send him money, you know, send the person money, okay? So this my friend, he actually helped me a lot, and I'm grateful for that. Like, see, he's an Igbo guy. He's an Igbo guy, and he's a businessman. The guy gets sense. He has sense, okay? So he not told me that see what was going to happen, okay? That he will tell the person that he wants to send him money, but there's something going on with the account, one thing. So he will send the money to the person's, because he asked me which bank is my bank. I told him I bank with Diamond Bank, because I was using Diamond Bank at that time. He said, okay, that he will tell the person that he has an account with Diamond Bank, and that he's going to talk to the person on the counter or whatever, that he will do transfer and give this person, that is the person posing as me, he will give the person a code. So the person should take the code and go to the counter at Diamond Bank with his name, with her name, because they used a girl. When he asked for account number, they gave a girl's account number and said, send the money to my friend. My account has issues or something like that, because they know that if my friend has seen the account name, he will know that it is not my account, okay? So they said he should send it to my friend's account. So they now gave him one girl's name like that as my friend. So this my guy, and I told them that okay, he will just tell them that they should go to the counter and they should use that name, they should just write that name, and then once they see the name and the code, they'll give her I think like 50k or 100k. He shall called one very juicy amount that will carry them to the bank. So he said okay, they should go on Tuesday, because my friend asked me when I'll be free to go to the bank and, you know, get police and all that. I told him Tuesday will be perfect, so that on Monday I'll be able to get, because I had a police officer in my class. Yes, I had a police officer that was in my class. Shout out to you, sir. Okay, so I was like, on Monday I'll tell the police officer in my class, and we'll arrange the whole thing, and on Tuesday we'll go there. So that was how it happened. On that Monday, I told the guy in my class. The guy was like, why didn't I tell him since now? This one, that one, you know, because I had to tell him about how my project from beginning, that whoever is posing as me is the person that's with my laptop. Basically, that's the whole logic behind the whole thing. Whoever is posing as me is the person with my laptop, because how else did they get my login and stuff like that? So that Monday, I planned with the police officer. We went to the station. I did, you know, formal reports, everything. Also, on that Monday, I went to the bank and told the person at the counter that, see what's going on, that please, whenever such a person comes to ask you for anything, just look for how to delay the person so that the police can get there. They were like, sure. And I was really happy and grateful for that. So once they showed up, the person at the counter called me immediately that these people are here. Try and get yourself down here immediately. So I remember that day, if I entered bike with the police officer, I entered bike and we were just going like, I was like, bike guy, I beg. As in, the bike couldn't go fast enough for me. I wanted to get there immediately and go and catch the person because of my laptop. So the moment we got there, I now entered the bank. The person at the counter saw me and I'm not like, where are they? He now pointed at them. And I realized that as I entered the bank, somebody turned and looked at me, okay? And many person looked at me. I noticed the guy, but because I wasn't paying attention to him, I was paying attention to the person at the counter. I didn't really look at what he was doing. So I walked straight to the counter to go and meet the guy. Next thing, that person that was looking at me now walked to the counter as well and said, see, I'm so sorry. It was a guy. I'm so sorry. I know why you're here. Like, I know why you're here. I'm so sorry. And I said, I don't understand. The person at the counter now told me that that's the guy that came to cash the money. And I turned and said, where's my laptop? The guy now said, your laptop? How? I don't understand your laptop. I said, where is my laptop? I need my laptop right now. The guy was like, see, you know say you be G now. You know say you be G. I said, which one is BG? You're telling me you know say you be G now. I should just calm down. I said, G, they'll just calm down. I said, where is my laptop? Then the manager now said we should come into his office. We should not, stay at the banking hall and have that confrontation. So I now followed the guy, and I followed the bank manager, the guy and the girl followed the bank manager. We all went to the manager's office. So that was when the police now arrived and we're waiting for them outside. The guy now started asking me, the bank manager now asked me what happened. I told him exactly what happened. The guy was like, no, he didn't steal any laptop. That someone must have sold the laptop to him, that he actually bought my laptop. I said that was how he got my login and all that. And I said, how did you buy a laptop that was not formatted and you didn't think it was stolen? Because to me, I didn't believe that story that he actually bought it. I didn't think it was stolen. He now said, no, he bought it at Songo. It's Songo they call the place. He got it at Songo from all these malams that he didn't steal it, or that he's so sorry about the money he wanted to get, that that me and Megina, I should understand now, I should understand. I said, I don't understand anything. Do you know the guy saying that, but I saw how many friends you have on Facebook now. I saw how many friends you have on Facebook. I know say you be G. Because I have so many friends on Facebook, then I must be either a Runs girl or a Yahoo girl or something. I don't know what he was trying to infer. And I was like, guy, I just like creating content, because then I used to post a lot on Facebook. I just like posting a lot, and I was getting a lot of friends from there. Like, I was just adding whoever wanted me to be friends with them. Not that I had anything to do. I didn't understand what he was trying to say. And I said, see, I just need my laptop. What you're saying does not follow. I just need my laptop. If you see the guy himself, he was just a regular looking guy, he looks like a student, okay? Very regular looking guy. So they say he's a student of there's another like polytechnic in Ibadan, the student of that school, okay? So the guy was now begging me, and I said, see, you have to produce my laptop immediately. Then I said that he bought it to, that was how my police officer friend now came in and dragged the guy by his shorts like this, dragged the guy with the girl, although the girl now said that she's just his friend, blah, 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 blah. I think they let the girl go. But they dragged the guy like this, put him on bike, slapped him like this, put him on bike. We drove straight to the police station. When we now got to the police station, we were asking him, where is her laptop? The guy said he does not know, that the laptop is at home, that he will bring the laptop, but that he bought it. They said, how did you steal the laptop? He said he didn't steal it, he bought it. Then I said, okay, let's go to his house. I now paid for car. All these things is my money, all the transport everywhere. You know how police work is in Nigeria. With my money, as a student, I shall paid for cab, we got to the guy's house, told the guy to go and bring the laptop. As we got to the guy's house, said there were other guys in the house, they now went inside, brought the laptop, and he gave me my laptop. I was like, oh, thank God. I said, okay, my hard drive, other things to come, voicemail. He said he didn't buy anything. It was the only laptop that he bought. I said, okay, thank you. Give me my laptop. Thankfully, the laptop was not formatted. It was still intact. All my documents, all my pictures, everything was still intact. So imagine if I used to keep nudes. Imagine if I used to take nudes. All you freaky. Imagine if I used to take nudes and keep on my phone, on my laptop or my phone, basically. Imagine if that had happened, okay? So anyway, my laptop, all my documents from beginning to end, they didn't even delete one. Everything was complete. My project was complete. I said, thank you, Jesus. I was so happy. Anyway, that was how I now took my laptop and, went back to the police station, did the report, everything they had to talk about. I carried my laptop and I went home, I heard that they took the guy, because the next day the police officer called me and told me they took the guy to the place he said he bought the laptop from, and actually he bought the laptop, and the person he bought the laptop from said that somebody came and sold it to them. You know how all these lies go. Personally, what we believe is that they have a ring, okay? So they go, they steal laptops, they don't format the laptops, and they sell it to people who want to use it for Yahoo. So they use people's profiles and stuff like that. That's what we believe. I don't know how true it is, you know. So that was how you guys, this is my friend that I met on Facebook, and we are just doing back and forth. That was how this guy helped me to recover my laptop. I called him, I was so happy. I was like, thank you so much. He was like, don't worry, you know you're special, we didn't end up together after all these things. But anyway, so you know, especially, the guy really, like, if not for him, how would I have gotten the laptop? How? Because every other person that was messaging me on Facebook that period did not even have any code word or anything to use and figure out that I'm not the one, okay? Because the guy asked so many people for money. I was just like, chai, see my life outside. Some people will now be thinking that this guy is begging them for money. Meanwhile, it wasn't me. So the moment I got my laptop, I now had to go on Facebook and say, please, Joe, I'm just recovering my laptop back. If anybody is begging for money, blah, 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 it wasn't me, okay? It wasn't me. Yeah, that was how I got my laptop back. I was so happy. I now continued my chapter 5 from where I stopped. And, I met the deadline for submitting your project. I was so happy. I'm so grateful to God and to this, my friend, for, making this happen. So, yeah, that was how I got my laptop back. But that's not where the story ended, okay? Yeah, so after that, like, few days after, I got a call. The guy said that he's the one that was with my laptop. No, he's a friend of the guy that was with my laptop, that he's sorry for everything that happened, that he really likes me, that he saw my pictures. I'm a very pretty lady, that please, he would like us to hang out. I was like, dude, you must think that I'm stupid, okay? You must think that I am stupid. I said, Oga, I am not interested. Please do not call my number anymore. I don't know how he got my number. Maybe from Facebook. I don't know how he got my number. Or how did they get my number? I don't know how they got my number actually. But I just said, please do not call me anymore. Please do not contact me anymore. Thank you. Few days after again, the guy called me again and said, please, that he really likes me, that, he saw me that day I came to the house, that he was around, that, okay, let them come and see me. Hey, let them come and see me in my hostel. I said, don't call me again. I blocked the guy's number. Few weeks down the line, another number called me again. He's a friend to the friend of the friend, and I was just like, you people should leave me alone, for crying out loud. He not saying, now see now, waiting they worry you now, why you dey vex now, why you dey para now, we won't be friends with you, come the para, this one, that one, that I should come now, okay, let us go and hang out somewhere with his friends, let all of us go and hang out. I said, dude, don't ever call me again. I am not interested in you or your friends. All of you should carry wahala and be going, okay? I have got my laptop back, thank you, please go. That was how I kept receiving text messages from these guys, different guys, like, or different numbers. I don't know whether it's the same person, but I know that the people that called me on the phone were different voices. Getting number. I was like, what is all this rubbish? Like, I'm not interested in nonsense. I was even getting messages on Facebook as well. The guy messaged me on Facebook too, that okay, because I blocked their numbers, that okay, that please let us be friends, that the guy really likes me, that maybe it's fate that's bringing us together once. I said, what the hell is wrong with people? Like, is it because they do not kill you? Is it because they did not lock you up in police station? That's why you're making noise. Because when they saw that they said the guy even fainted. That's the guy that was my laptop. And when they took him to the place, that he fainted and was convulsing or something. He had medical issues. He was convulsing. I said, is it because he didn't die, or is it because they didn't put him in prison? That's why you're here talking nonsense. Because actually you were trying to commit fraud. Okay, you were trying to commit fraud. So that was how, after a few weeks, everything now died down. Now, where did the ritualist part come into it? Because these were actually Yahoo boys ahead. But where did the ritualist part come into it? One day, I had already submitted my project. I already done everything I wanted to do. I was just using my laptop for fun, as usual, watching movies, listening to, music and stuff like that. Then one day I was like, let me try and just go through all my pictures and my documents and just, see what's there and all that. Because I wanted to delete some things just to, whatever. I was now going through my laptop as I was checking pictures, and I saw one folder that wasn't mine, because I didn't create that folder. As I opened the folder, I saw videos and pictures in the folder. Pictures were of the guy that stole my laptop, or that bought my laptop, allegedly. Okay, pictures of him were on the laptop. So I saw his pictures, all these nonsense poses, feeling cool with himself. I was just scrolling past. I was like, look at this one. I wanted to delete it though, and now saw one video. Now that video, initially what I saw was just people in a bush. This guy, the guy that was in my laptop, and two of his friends, they were in a bush. They were sitting and they were just videoing two men that were wearing white standing near a tree. So initially when I saw the video, I was just thinking just a nonsense, maybe their village something. I closed the video and I left. I wanted to delete the folder. Something now told me, go back and watch that video very well, that maybe you'll see something. That was how my brothers and sisters, I went and opened that video and I started watching. What did I see? They called the guy that took my laptop, and you know, one other guy, his friend, they brought them out. They were not wearing shirts. They were tying a white cloth on themselves. Then they took chicken and killed the chicken and poured it on themselves. And they now poured the blood inside the hole. They dug a hole, poured the blood inside the hole. The guys knelt down. They were now saying something. I was just like, what the hell am I watching? Like, this is not a movie. This is not fake. This was real life rituals, okay? They were doing it, this many things. I can't remember the video right now, but now as I saw a dead goat, I remember the chicken blood on their body. They now put the chicken inside the hole. They now knelt down. They were now saying one thing. They knelt down facing each other. The man was standing, another one was standing. I was like, what the hell is this? You know how we hear about rituals and all that, but yeah, you don't really understand, you know, how it works, okay? Until I saw that thing, I was like, eh? And I called my friend, come and see this video. I sent the video to so many of my friends. People should come and see what I'm seeing on my laptop. Oh. Like, these were actually people that do rituals. Like, what? Anyway, last, I couldn't hold on to the video or the pictures. I now deleted the videos and the pictures from my laptop. But I was so shocked and scared. Part of why, you know, I was, all that time that they've been calling me and saying, let's hook up, let's hang out, I want to come and visit you, blah, blah, blah. I was more irritated than scared. I wasn't scared. I was just like, what's wrong with people? Like, people should leave me alone. I'm not interested. But when I saw that video, I was now scared. I was now like, hey, that's so, these were actually ritualists. Only God knows why they wanted to meet up with me. Maybe to do something bad to me. Of course, it wasn't to what they were saying, because me, I knew that one does not even make sense. Like, normally, if they had pure hearts, they would just be like, whoa, the girl, and be going, oh, yeah, it was a stolen laptop, blah, 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 we didn't know. They would have just left it at that. But for them to start trying to contact me, trying to get my room, trying to come to my room, trying to get me to come and hang out with them, and stuff like that, only God knows what they were planning in their head, but they have failed. The funny thing about this whole thing is that these boys are regular looking boys. In fact, right now, I don't even remember how they look. Like, if I pass them on the street, I don't even know how they look. They, as in, like, regular looking human beings. You know, when you think of YAHOO, you think of maybe, I don't know, you know, when you think of rituals or stuff like that, I don't know, maybe you think that they look a certain way. No, they are regular looking human beings, that like your normal everyday people that you talk to, friends with, you know, pass on the streets. These people were actually indulging in comeuppance, okay? Anyway, that's the story. My mouth is even paining me, so I've talked enough. That's the story. That was how I encountered YAHOO boys who were ritualists. That was how my laptop was stolen and I got my laptop back. That was how I was almost convinced. Well, I could never have been convinced to do it, but that was how someone was trying to convince me to go and put my hand in juju, and now because of laptop, okay, even if my whole life is on the laptop, just because of laptop, I'll not go and do juju so I will catch somebody. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. The story was kind of all over the place. My head is pounding, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, but I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.